This video is for you if you ever said, I can't gain weight. The next point is reframing your reference around what it's going to take and what does it actually mean to eat a lot. And so eating a lot is really, it's relative to what it's going to take for your body and your metabolism and your activity levels. So eating a lot is not eating more than your mom eats or your dad eats or your little brother eats or your teammates eat. Some of these guys will have slower metabolisms. It's really about figuring out what does it take to actually get to that point for your own body, put yourself in a caloric surplus. And the size meals that you think is what a meal is might have to totally be reframed. I tell guys that 1,000 calories is a meal. And a meal is not a taco, a meal is not a bowl of cereal, a meal is not a small bowl of pasta, right? A meal is 1,000 calories. And you put that new frame of reference in their head, okay, I'm trying to squeeze in 4,000 calorie meals plus a couple snacks. It totally shifts the paradigm of what they've grown up thinking a meal actually is. The next thing I wish somebody told me is that you are not the exception to the rule. You're probably not that guy who has some medical condition that means you can't gain weight. You're probably not Mason Miller. You probably don't have some metabolic disorder. You just aren't eating enough food. And once you accept that reality that you are probably in that 99.9% of guys who just aren't eating enough food, it now shifts the accountability back onto you to how do I shift my habits? How do I shift my tracking? How do I become more consistent? How do I learn how to cook? How do I have a grocery list? How do I do all the different components that go into actually taking your nutrition seriously so that you can reach your baseball goals? And it shifts the accountability back on you. So you're not that guy. If you are that guy, you'll figure it out over time, because as you get to those 5,000, 6,000 calorie intakes, you're still not gaining weight. You're going to start asking those questions. You can get blood work, get medical evaluation from there. Number 3 is that it really does take consistent compliance when it comes to weight gain for hard gainers. So it isn't enough to just eat 4,000 plus calories 1, 2, 4 days a week. And the other days you eat 2,500 or 2,200 or 2,000 calories. It's really about, as you average out over the course of the entire week, what was that average caloric intake relative to your maintenance? Are you putting yourself in a consistent caloric surplus where your body has excess nutrients to be able to build muscle and be able to actually gain weight? So it comes down to that consistency. Are you gaining weight over the course of the week? And then stacking those productive weeks on top of each other. If you didn't gain a pound a week last week, then something needs to change. It's about stacking those weeks of, hey, 1 pound here, 1 pound here, 1 pound here, 1 pound here, that consistency day over day, week over week, and then you stack that over an entire off season, an entire 5-6 months. That's when you see these radical body transformations, rewarding consistency over anything else. If you want more on this, we have a full free weight gain guide on our website. Go check that out.